It's a big welcome from the New Yorker Hotel here in Manhattan. My name is John Fletcher and this is the Really Good Travel Show. Well, here we are on another exploration of New York in a power chair, and today we're going to go the opposite way as to what we did yesterday. Yesterday we took the Fifth Avenue all the way up to Central Park. Well, we've just crossed 33rd Street, still on 8th Avenue, and this is the old entrance to Penn Station, and it's now called the Pennsylvania Moynihan Train Hall. Absolutely amazing piece of architecture. You're never ever going to get a bit of peace and quiet in New York. It's a city that never sleeps. And just opposite Penn Station is Madison Square Gardens. Originally, Madison Square Gardens was on a different site, but it was a park. Today, we have an event stadium, and they have basketball, they have concerts, pop concerts, and all sorts. So, there we go. Pennsylvania. Penn. Well, we're just turning off 8th Avenue now into 30th Street West 30th Street, and we're now heading really into the West Side, or West Side Story, and it's a little bit more gritty, a little bit more down to earth, a little bit less touristy, but all the same, good fun. One of the things I love about coming off the beaten track in the West Side is these beautiful brownstone buildings. And they have their stoops, and it's just real New York. And we're still on West 30th Street. Well, here we are up on the High Line. Best way to say that you get to this little place, to this spot, is that you cross 10th Avenue, still on 30th Street, and you'll find an elevator, or lift as we say in the UK, and you suddenly get up here onto the High Line Park. This is the elevator which actually comes down onto street level on 30th Street and brings you up here onto the High Line. So we're just going to take a little walk along the High Line now and see how far we can get. Apparently it goes all the way through the city down to I believe Greenwich Village eventually, so let's see how far we can get, and if there's anything I spot on the way, obviously I'll tell you about it. One of the things I love about this park is that how it's been rewilded, and there's lots of planting of wildflowers, but in amongst it, if you look carefully, you can still find the railway tracks with the sleepers and the railway line there. And yet we're up high over probably one of the most fashionable areas of New York, a place called West Chelsea. As you can see, it's very fashionable. One of the things I love about being up here is that there's some amazing architecture. And then every so often you come across these little gardens that people have created alongside the High Line. This one is by a group of French sculptures. You can see there's some sculptures there, and they're dotted about. That's the sort of thing I love in this garden. It really is a gardener's paradise up here. One of the things about the High Line is every so often you come across pieces of art, and this is one by a guy called Benani, and it's constantly rotating, and it's just so beautiful. It seems to blend in well with the surroundings and the movement of the plants, particularly the grasses. Another thing I like about the High Line is every so often you come across a piece of street art like this. This one's actually going to be taken down soon by the looks of it, but I'm sure there'll be another piece coming very soon. But street art is all about that. It's all about change, and this is one beautiful piece, so I'm really pleased that we've managed to capture it before it disappears. The one beautiful thing about the High Line is that every so often you look back and you see the wonderful skyline and the beautiful gardens and plants that seem to just flow from it. And one thing that we've noticed is as we're walking along, there's some very beautiful scents from the flowers and the plants. So it's really a beautiful multi-sensory, very multi-sensory experience up here, and absolutely fantastic.
On the ground, I'll find my deer.
At West 15th Street you find this little market which has got street art, it's got some fantastic street food as well. So you walk along and you suddenly find these wonderful little places. And then West 15th Street there, absolutely amazing. Here we are in the heart of Greenwich Village on Christopher Street, and anybody who knows anything about the civil rights movement and the LGBT rights movement, you will know that this is the birthplace of gay rights. And because on this spot was the very birth of it during the Stonewall riots, and this is the Stonewall Monument. Just across the road from this beautiful little park is the Stonewall Inn, and that is probably one of the most famous LGBT bars in the world.